That now is the closing bell.
Broadcast. He always takes my bell. I want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Tuesday, turnaround Tuesday to the downside. May 15th, 2012. Holy crap. What a day. What a day. Things were looking fairly decent for the Bulls. And then Greece. Quebec. Doused the market. Absolutely. Meltdown. Euro dollar coming in. Dogs and cats living together. Oh, baby. As we see here. The Greece news. No coalition government calling for elections. They're probably going to want to pull out of the euro, which is a good thing. Are you kidding me? The one thing you should be worried about is Germany pulling out of the euro versus the crap leaving. Hey, listen, I think to set up an instrument whereas a member nation can be kicked out of the Eurozone for violating the agreement certainly would make the euro a much more stable currency. I think that would be a good thing. Listen, if you think the Europeans were holding by the Stability Pact, which is a debt to GDP agreement, not over 3%, you're nuts. Germany and France are breaking it back in early 2000. So we see this euro here, and we're going lower. We're certainly going to test the lows. I thought we bottomed, but still, good day. That break certainly helped matters. Oh, baby. Tonight's cable night, though. El Cable is El Caminine. I'm looking for a monster night in Sterling. Oh, baby. Making the call. Blue Horseshoe. Back! Quarterly inflation report coming out. I know I'm jumping my guns, but I got to tell you, there's still some good trades. Look very good. Dollar Canada. Listen, risk off, baby. There's a new 2-3 month high. We're going up. We're breaking out. Gone. To the moon. Risk off, baby. We're right at this channel line. We're about to take it out. And we've taken out this whole level here. Just a matter of playing catch up. Dollar index continues to fly. Again, Germany. That's what it's all about. How about that GDP? Up 0.5%. And Australia, Aussie was acting like a relative strength winner champ. As the RBA really not very dovish minutes. When we take a look at this dollar index, certainly making a run for the year highs. I mean, come on, that should be a fait accompli. Easy. Now, should we close above this? Then we're looking at a major cup with handle. You got your cup. You got your handle now. And we're talking explosion. We could be talking 85.50 if things get really that out of hand. Now, the question in my mind is, this was all going on anyway. This is nothing new. The Greeks, you really didn't think there was a possibility that they were going to balk at austerity? We've been talking about this for months. Hundreds of thousands of people were protesting in the street. Where was the coverage then? So again, I don't necessarily think it's Greece. I mean, obviously it is. But I think it's more the fact that the Troika looked like a piece of crap giving in. That's what's amazing. Willing to dilute the euro. You get a number like that, Germany up 0.5%. I mean, give me a break. Even French payroll numbers were good. Now, yes, you had Italian GDP that was disgusting, down 0.8%, but who cares? We got Germany cranking it out. I think the best thing for the euro is to make sure they have a facility to get a country out of the euro. Tremendous. German zoo was not very good, but current expectations was pretty much very good. And the Eurozone GDP, obviously, Germany making up most of it. On the U.S. side of the coin, really not much to write home about. Certainly more on the deflationary side. Headline CPI, a big fat donut. Retail sales lackluster at best. Weaker than expectations, but not by much. But yes, the Empire manufacturing number and the housing number were much better. Very surprising. Farm flows of capital, decent, but not great. But certainly to me, the Empire manufacturing number. But I think if you were looking for something like QE 3, you didn't get it today. You sort of got your Goldilocks numbers. All right, things not so bad, not so good. Some good, some bad. Pretty much humming along. Pretty much. Now again, we look at this S&P chart, by the way. It looks like 1313. It depends where you do your Fibonacci from. Believe me, not that Fibonacci's work all the time at all. But this 1314, 1313 number really coincides with support right in here. So we see this 1310, 1313 level, very big. So I think we might get there. Listen, we could even get there in Asia. Asia, I think dollar melts up. I think we get mixed in Europe. Cable becomes a relative strength loser. I'm telling you, Mervyn King. Let's look at this sterling dollar. Let's look at sterling across the board. How the pound is a safe haven currency. Switzerland, I get. But London, what the hell do they have? I'm telling you, Europe's going to have a European spring. Watch out. Oh, yeah. Especially when it's hot in the summer. Remember, you could burn firewood for heat. You can't burn firewood for that air conditioning unit. We look at this sterling dollar, and it just looks like 158 easy. We're going into Momo territory, people. Momo. Big time support. There's really nothing. Yeah, 159. Chunks. Boom, boom. This is the dribble effect, and now we're going momentum. Dribble, momentum. And this is a big number tonight. Big. We do get some numbers coming out in Asia. We got Japan tertiary, supposed to be down 0.3. Wage prices out of Australia. Consumer sentiment out of Australia. Remember, it was down last time, 1.6. So maybe you get good numbers. Listen, the Aussie is getting oversold. If the market does reverse, that's the first one you want to buy. Aussie, Kiwi, I mean, they're really getting due for a big bounce. But sterling, is this oversold? Not on your life. Look how far away it's from the 50. Oversold would be like, down here, 200 pips away from the 50 EMA. Then, yeah, but I mean, come on. You do your 50 on cable. And look at the fibs right at our support lines. 159, 158. Should be an easy trade, people. Again, that dollar Canada looks gorgeous. I think the Aussie is going to be more difficult. I mean, we're melting down. Looks just like the S&P. But again, closing below the key 99.50 level, it's toast. And I think the London numbers, remember, they come out first, the unemployment numbers, and then the inflation report an hour later. But I think you could make money on the pound across the board, especially if Aussie's down big. Pound Aussie. My call of the year. I said this was my call of the year, remember? Went lower and then higher. Yeah. Always works that way, doesn't it? Certainly the pound a little bit overbought, I would say. 1,500 pips. I'll tell you what. Certainly can get up a little higher. You get another 150, 200 pip melt up. You get pound Kiwi at 210 tonight. Oh, yeah. Monster reversal. Again, I think a lot of this has been caused by the trifecta. The Greece news is part of it. How these morons didn't realize, well, hey, there's a chance they're not going to, vote. I mean, it was easy. The euro gap down, never really looked back. But I think J.P. Morgan has really rattled some people. I think when you look at the liquidity in the stock market, and remember, hedge funds, but so many clear through J.P. Morgan. Merrill Lynch, huge hedge fund. investment bank. So, brokerage house. So they're going to start sniffing around, and trust me, there's a lot of over-leveraged or unorthodox things taking place that J.P. Morgan looks the other way for corporate profits. So I think part of this sell-off absolutely has to do with the hedge fund liquidation in a lot of unorthodox J.P. Morgan practices that are now being cleaned up. So, and I think maybe you have people selling for Facebook tomorrow. That's actually 4 reasons. And then you have China, industrial production, a disgusting 9.3%, which was the worst number in over, I think, a couple of years. Really bad. So, all right, looking at dollar yen. So, again, I think the market's going down. It does make sense, but I think all these reasons don't change corporate earnings fundamentals. How much do you think the S&P 500 makes selling to Greece as a percentage of their profits? I mean, let's get serious here. So again, I'm a bear, and I think we're going lower. We're going to 13 on the S&P, absolutely, and we've done well. But not as well as if we had something to really bite our teeth into. I mean, damn, this was bullcrap. I mean, look at Dougie Cass, a total bear, getting his ass handed to him long, of all things. Can you believe it? That's the worst. I mean, I gave back trying to be long today, but at the end of the day, short way is the right way, baby. Dollar yen, I have no idea why it was up today. Very strong, heading up to a channel line. It gets over 80.50, breaks this whole channel line here. We could have a nice more of a pop. I still think the yens look good. Sterling yen, I love it short. Love, love, love. It's going to fall off a fucking cliff. Ooh, sorry. It's going to fall off a cliff. 127 easy. Easy. I hope it rises to 129. Yeah. S&P is going to sell off a cliff, and this thing's going to go up. Why not? It's pound Aussie, pound Kiwi. Those are the ones. Market sensitive. Dollar Swiss looks gorgeous. 95. Here we come. I can't believe I gave up on her today. I gave up. 95.35. Easy. And I'll tell you, we look at the pound. Pound Swiss. It's getting ready. Almost. I'm telling you, it's going to be pound day, pound day, pound day. You want to be short the pound across the board. Perfect setup, but let it be up first. I hope those employment numbers are good. Be a great opportunity to sell. 152 would be gorgeous for a monster reversal. I know King is nervous. I know King is scared to death about the economic prospects of his country. And now that oil's come down and some commodity prices have come down, the outlook for inflation should be much better. I have no idea on pound Canada, but pound yen, pound Aussie, pound Kiwi, again, only if they're up and the S&P's down. Like if pound Kiwi's up 150 after the news, oh boy, I would say, yeah, go after it. And again, this Aussie dollar, I know I'm all over the place, but it's so busted. I think you got to do your fib from here, and we've taken it out. Now, what the scary part is, if you do your correlation between the Australian dollar and the S&P, we should be trading at like 1150, 1200. How's that? So this is very scary. I think the Aussie, if it doesn't reverse, we could really be on a big sell-off in the market. This could really be something. And I think it's going to end up being J.P. Morgan. But 98.70 is a big spot. There's air. Nothing. We could go right down. I don't think that's going to happen. But we could. There's really nothing. Once we break through this level. Maybe 98. But it looks like 97. Oh, baby. I mean, listen, S&P is 1313. You're talking about another 16 handles on the downside. And again, we're in momentum territory. That means things are falling off cliffs. You don't want to be catching knives. You want to be going with it and letting it ride. And try my service, people. Our new premium members did very well. I'm pretty sure. If they listened to me, some of you, you're yen, going lower. We're closing below previous day lows. It just looks, the market looks terrible. New Zealand dollar. Collapsing into our channel line, getting very oversold. We got our channel line right here. Love to see the Kiwi get there. That's about 100 pips from here. So we get the Kiwi down 100, 75.50, 75.75. All in, baby. But again, it'll just be giving back profits because we're going to be short if you're not already. And this Luna yen really could be ready to fall off a cliff. Take these yens. I think there's a nice day in this Luna yen. Dollar Canada looks gorgeous to the upside. Again, info@globalfxllc.com is my email. Just email me to sign up for that 1 week free trial. Hello. It's free. All I got to do is email. And gold. Can't forget about gold. All these freaking CFDs. Jesus. Falling off a cliff. Going through our 1550 target. Amazing. Going to 1500. 1510. Gold's getting kind of close to being a long, I must say. Crude going much lower. Demand destruction. We got big, listen, to think that the GA can't come up with something, some rabbit out of the hat to save the market, I think something could come out tomorrow. You know they're watching the markets. You know they're trying to think of something they could do to help the market. So I really beware of any comments, but I think it's going to be more towards tomorrow, end of day. Now, U.S. FOMC minutes could be a game changer. You never know. Euro sterling going lower, but look to that reverse into the quarterly inflation report. Absolutely. But as far as the FOMC minutes, I think that could turn things around. I truly do. Draghi going to be speaking also 10 a.m. Eastern. Maybe that could turn things around. But if you get the minutes to be a little bit less hawkish, meaning they want to cut off QE3, and a little bit more nervousness about jobs and less about inflation, you really could get a rally on the possibility of QE3. So something to look at. Or listen, if the market's up again and the FOMC minutes come out more on the hawkish side, they'll drill this market right through 1313. So again, big day tomorrow. You bulls out there, we got the Facebook IPO coming up. Maybe we don't rally until then. Again, voice of Forex everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. The only voice you'll ever need. Oh, baby. Who truly loves to make you money, as you should have last night. Bang.